Hey guys, it's Ralph, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Another. In the last episode, you can see clear here, Yamato got murdered, and Kurikawa was the team the crime when we walked in. Now, the puzzling thing is, when I look back at the scene of Kurikawa, like, murdering Yamato, the knife that she was holding wasn't bloody, so I don't think she's the one who killed him. Plus, before we walked into the room, there was the smell of gunpowder, so there has to be something to do with that. But anyways, let's stop with speculation and let's get on with investigation. But first and foremost, let's investigate this knife. Kitchen knife is clean. Yeah, that's what I said. It's the knife Kurikawa was holding when the body was found. Did Kurikawa really... with this knife to Kisaragi? Why Kurikawa? No, she didn't! Before that question, I first felt something odd with this knife. The Monkman file I read a while ago. Earlier it said there was no other trauma than the chest hole, right? Yeah, laceration. It was clearly written that way. Besides, just looking at Kasaragi's corpse right in front of me, there's no traces of the use on a knife. Not just the corpse. When I looked again, the knife itself was clean without a drop of blood. Then, is this it? This knife is simply for a distraction? No. But then why would Kurikawa hold the kitchen knife in the first place? I shouldn't do this. When I start to think like this, I continue to doubt only Kurikawa. Let's not get caught in our prejudice until we go to the trial. We already experienced this 4 times before in the previous trials. Kurikawa wouldn't have been holding this knife for no reason. Let's make a note of it. Alright, let's talk to the main girl. Kurikawa. When Makaru and I found the body, Kurikawa was standing in front of Kasaragi holding a kitchen knife with her whole body. Oh yeah, that's also the second thing. If she's the one who really killed him, then what happened in the second trial with Aime would be disabled because you can't have the culprit be part of the body discovery and there needs to be at least 3 people, so she's not the culprit. Covered in blood, as if the murder scene had just been discovered. Kurikawa hadn't said a word. What in the world happened? What is the truth? Did Kurikawa commit murder? Yuki. Huh? What is it? The thing you want to say. I know. What? Because I know. Don't ask me anything now. He said that Kurikawa handed me a small notebook. What is this? Yamato. Kasaragi had a notebook. Eh? Oh, with that entry? Looking through the notebook Kurikawa handed over, I found a page with a number written on it, among countless of blank pages. 0430. Kurikawa, this is... Don't ask me anything. But Kurikawa, even when we found the body earlier... Please! Dude, she's already bleeding. Not now. Don't ask me. I know nothing. Also, I just realized, I didn't realize she was wearing like a checkered skirt. Or pattern, bottom, whatever. She's about to face a life-threatening class trial, and she was probably at the center of this case. Yet she pushed it back somehow. I take my heart away from Kurikawa's expression like that. Still, this number that Kurikawa gave me. Not matter how much I think of it, if it relates somehow to this incident, then is the password to the records? Kurikawa seemed to have left a great clue. I'll check this password a little more later. For now, let's continue the investigation. Okay. Did we investigate the actual corpse? Kasaragi's dead body. Kasaragi's eyes were open and empty. He looked like a high school student, no different than us. The handsome face with distinct features was so straight that my brain didn't think it was strange. Well, can't figure it out just by using the Monokuma file. I'll have to check it out. So how are we doing? We're just digging into his corpse? Kasaragi's body was more severely damaged than the death of my friend I've ever seen. It was so cruel that I got goosebumps just looking at it. Like a brutal splatter movie scene. But I can't turn my eyes away. I have to make up my mind and investigate anything we can check. I've written in the Monokuma file. The flesh on his chest was completely torn apart. So terrifying that I don't know how to describe it. That it feels like it's exposed to diamond or grenade at a very close range? Of course, if that happened, not only the chest, but the whole body would fly away. In that case, the degree of wound in his chest was too large, but the rest of his body was fine. What? Did Monokuma put a bomb in his chest or something? What the hell happened here? The Monokuma file also said that there was no other trauma other than the chest. Problem is, I can't even imagine what method was used in order to create a wound like this. For now, since the ballroom is still open, I can think of it as one of many weapons in the arsenal. Wouldn't it be impossible to detonate only the chest with the precision with a bomb? Not to mention the time for the crime is way too short for such meticulous work. Anyways, what is certain is that Katsuragi died from this wound, and no more wounds found. Talk with everyone at the class trial about it. As of now, there seems to be no way to speculate on its abnormality. What happened here? A bloody card left in the corner. Card. Isn't this something from the lab? The lab? It certainly was something we saw in the lab. The fact that this card is so bloody. Was it used to carry a dead body? Wait. It is large enough to carry one person, and although it is a bit difficult, it seems that you can climb plates at such a stairs by lifting the handle. Actually, I was current about a while ago, but there was blood in the hallway on the 5th floor. We found that if we had entered the record room through the ballroom, would they have not shed a drop of blood while carrying the body there? I always thought it was weird, but it's not impossible if you use this card. No, I don't know exactly what Katsuragi died yet. If it's hidden after entering the records, then blood might not matter at all. If we look at it that way, the fact that this card is in the record room itself means that it climbed the railing of the ballroom? Does that make sense? More and more confusion grows in my mind. Either way, the presence of a card and blood on it means that it's involved in the case in some way. Let's keep it noted. Alright, Akane, what do you gotta say?
Hey, Maida-kun, I have something to tell you.
Huh? Akane, did you find something?
No, rather than finding, I'll tell Rei-chan about it later. Do you remember?
Rei-chan asked me to go check out the lab?
There were pieces of flesh.
So he died in the lab.
Pieces of flesh?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It was a few sides of massive flesh. They were formed in a large clump. It was so grotesque and bizarre that I almost fainted on the spot. I was trembling and tried to calm down and let you know all, when Maida and Rei-chan were already gone.
Wait a minute. Bloody flesh? Is that really the Katsuragi's death?
Yes, I've noticed too. The only wounded among us was Katsuragi, who died.
Eh? But doesn't that mean Katsuragi-kun died in the lab?
I don't know
for certain to this point, but at least I'm pretty sure the culprit did something to them in the lab. Thank you. Thanks to you, I got an important clue.
Okay,
after all, I think the Rei-chan that told me to go to the lab.
Well then,
tell the other guys about it too. Still, there's many restrictions in the records, so I was just wondering about the place Katsuragi died. If Aime's words are true, then the possibility that Katsuragi was ultimately murdered elsewhere and brought to the records. Aime informed me, I'll go check the laboratory directly a little later. But why? So that doesn't rule out Kurikawa at the murder still, because technically she could have blown it up in the lab, carried him, through the entrance of the records room and shit, but why did she have a knife? Maeda, is it fine for a minute? No, even if not okay, listen up. Huh? Well, it's fine, but why? You. Have you tried talking with Makoto Kurikawa?
Yeah,
she said not to ask her anything. I'll be completely honest, I can't think of anyone other than Kurikawa as a culprit. In this case, if we consider from the perspective of the elimination method. What? Wait a minute, wasn't Makaru the one who said to investigate since we don't know this yet? I said it's only the elimination method. Of course we have to investigate. But look at this. The victim, Yamato Katsuragi, ran out to find Makoto Kurikawa while we were all together. After that, we were together until that guy was found dead. We wouldn't like it until we arrived at the 5th floor hallway that something had already happened. Until it happened. Ruya went to see Kinjo and Akane went to check on the laboratory, right? I asked him, so it would be impossible to break us up and then commit murder. And even before I asked him, the hallway on the 5th floor was already covered in blood. Kinjo. Ruya said that he was safe. It's more like he's been fighting on his own mind than being safe, but I can't see him being involved in this crime. You're right. After all, what Teruya said a while ago is wrong, but nothing's amiss. The only one capable to commit this is Makoto Kurikawa. I think this far, there are two possibilities. One is that the real culprit is Makoto Kurikawa. Second one, oh wow, geez, either she killed him or didn't. Wow, what great choice. Thank you for your deduction. The second one, other than Makoto Kurikawa overturned all her doubts towards her, and they are laughing behind the whole scheme. Then all of this was planned? Actually, everything seems a little vague. Neither of these have definitive conclusions. The incident itself is very unusual and abnormal. We still need to do more investigation. For real? However, there's one thing with certainty. Mikado Kurikawa is the only one who doesn't have an alibi. Doesn't have an alibi. Then does it mean that it's meaningless to consider this case based on an alibi? If anyone other than Kurikawa is the culprit, that means they've been walking along us all along and committing the murder. Anyways, let's make it further, Makaru. Thank you for the information. I didn't really tell you anything worth deserving your thanks, did I? Now, the real problem is bigger than you can imagine. Hold your mind steady and investigate. I've got everyone's alibi. Can we leave through the entrance? Oh, wait, we can. Yeah, because we're inside. Yeah. The door to the record is locked with a password, so it seems impossible to open it from the inside or outside if you don't know the password to it. Moreover, what the fuck? I didn't press space. In other words, as long as we are here, even if we enter the password, it won't open. Makaru. I don't know about the others, but you and I know, right? Only one can enter, and if two or more try to enter at the same time, the bulkhead will come down to block this. Right. Yeah. I didn't even told them that when we report on the investigation. Perhaps the place we're saying right now is where the bulkhead is lowered. What? Then we should get out of here. What if the wall suddenly comes down and we get hurt? Don't make a fuss over it. Makuma did the same thing, right? After all, the second bulkhead will be lowered after entering the password. It's safe now. What's more important now is the structure of this record room. Only you can enter alone. Besides, the fact itself can have a profound effect on the case. Is that so? Should we care much about the door of the entrance to this room? I mean, we all don't know the password, and we can only access it through the ballroom. If it wasn't for the most likely suspect and victim, I wouldn't care. What? No big deal. Anyways, it's good to remember the rules of entering the records. 1. Only one person can enter the records. 2. It won't open if someone's already inside. 3. If 2 or more enter at the same time, the bulkhead comes down. Remember this. You'll have to explain it to the others too. That means you're asking me to explain it. Makaru, can't you do it? Remember. Oh, okay. We have access to the ballroom, so I thought. The record was good with just that. If we listen to Makaru, it seems the record will be at an important place more than I thought. Let's keep it to memory. So that means... If 2 or more people count, like... Does the corpse count as a person? I wonder. The second floor to the ballroom is connected to the record room. As for the clock outside. How does the culprit know about this? Well, Makaru noticed right away, so it might not be so strange. Maybe because Makaru is the killer. I was just joking. I'm grown up now. I wouldn't do anything rash. It's true. Oh. Your dialogue ends after that. Okay. So now we have to investigate the... Oh, okay. The clock has been set already when Makaru and I first checked the record and entered through the ballroom. And as expected, the culprit must have installed it. Oh, there we go, Yuki. I found it when I first climbed it, but it was tied really well. Not only that, the texture of this cloth. I think I touched it a lot somewhere. But anyways, without this cloth, you can go in or out of the record, so let's be careful not to break it. The person who installed the cloth is most likely the culprit. With this alone, this cloth itself could be proof. Let's keep it noted. I think I've examined everything in regards to the record room. I searched as much as I could. But I found very little. Damn it. To begin with, the case itself is somewhat strange. A strange sense of contradiction within itself. I didn't feel the previous 4 cases to be normal, but I felt something foreign compared to the previous ones. Can't help but to complain, since Makuma hasn't made their broadcast yet. There's still time remaining. And there was also something I heard from Akane. There's some flesh pieces in the lab. Let's check that with our own eyes. Oh, we're not gonna check the quiet room? Okay. It's really like Akane said. Bloody. It feels wrong. This is the flesh that Akane mentioned? Akane mentioned a chunk in flesh, the size of 2 human fists, was rolling around in blood. It was so messed up I couldn't even tell which part it was, but it looked like a piece of meat before being trimmed at the butcher shop. It's terrible. Stop thinking right now. And just wanted to get out of here, but this chunk of flesh had something to do with it too. I have to investigate as far as I can. Flesh was crushed everywhere and was shaken violently as if it had been squeezed with force. There's something like dust on it. I was wondering what the purpose it was for. Just think of it. Bloodstains in the hallway on the 5th floor were seen from the laboratory to the records. Even this chunk of flesh had bloodstains on the outside of the laboratory. And the bloodstains in the hallway might not have flown from the corpse itself, but from this piece of flesh that has fallen off. Why does the culprit do such a terrible thing? To disguise that the corpse was moved? But it's too sloppy to do that. In the beginning, the archives where the body was found was too clean for the murder to take place. I guess, while talking with Akane, Katsuragi may have been killed in this laboratory. That thought only grew more. There's something near the mass of flesh. The hell is that? Oh yeah, he got killed by a grenade. This is... what? Looks similar to the smoke grenade used in Haru's incident. A bomb? It can't be. The thing that killed Katsuragi was... Sorry, but that's not it. Who the hell? Makaru, you were in the lab too? In what time? Hey, I just came and got a report from Akane about the lab. And that's why you're here too. That's true. But what's not it? Makaru, did you know what this bomb is? Bomb, or rather gas bomb, that's it. Actually, I just say that's an anesthetic gas that temporarily causes paralysis. Anesthetic gas? Kind of nerve gas, not harmful to the body. It's a bomb in form of a gas grenade. So it looked like it was made for military purposes. The gas itself is also used for medical purpose. I see. How did you know this? I'm not stupid. It's all written there, isn't it? If it's written, it's all in English. Oh, good thing we can read. Well, I think I'll only get more insult if I say any more than this. Anyways, this gas was used by the culprit, right? That's right. There are plenty of grenades like this in our arsenal. For disabling Katsuragi with this, they manipulate the case to fit the trick? But I still can't figure it out. Well, that aside, it's time to go to the trial. Did you find out anything? Well, vaguely. Looking at the state of the flesh, I get that the bloodstains in the hallway did not spread from the corpse itself, but from the displaced of flesh. Damn it, that bloody? And you don't know why, did they make such a hassle, don't you? Right, something is seriously wrong here. Not so surprised, because I'm the same. Makaru, what were you looking at inside? I'm gonna check and see if there's something that belonged to Yamato Katsuragi. Checking? Why? Think about it. The bodies of those who have died so far are kept in the laboratory, right? Isn't there a possibility that a piece of flesh cut out from there? Wait, Makaru, did you check the corpses one by one? Fortunately, there was no trace of anyone touching it, though it's likely that the piece of flesh belonged to Katsuragi Yamato. Not that. What about our dead friends? What? You wanted me to sue for checking a corpse? We don't want to find out more about the truth. We ourselves will turn to corpses, won't we? That's... Save it. I don't have the luxury to talk to you, because we're arguing for nothing. I'm not in the mood to get angry. Makaru's condition from a while ago, as of now, you don't know either, right, Makaru? About this case? No, I think I've got a decisive factor. Seriously? Do you know who the killer? What I should say is, I don't understand. I feel like I just found the answer without knowing the solution. What are you talking about? Look closely at the neck. Look closely at next to the flesh there. Some letters are displayed here. Letters? What is this? God damn it. We're back with this. Bloody writing, a dying message. Beside that, it says Mikado? Mikado Kurikawa. Maybe isn't this it? Isn't it possible? Anyone who sees it is pointing at that woman. Such a decisive clue. Then the culprit is Kurikawa? Well, if you think about it normally, that's it. However, something is wrong. All the clues say that Makaru Kurikawa is the culprit. It fits perfectly. There's an unresolved problem to say that the woman's the culprit. Now, even this dying message points to a name that's neither a password nor the hint. You don't even need to process it. Common sense to take, if you're the culprit, there's Yuki Maeda written on the scene. Wouldn't you leave it alone? I would erase it. It's weird. It's so weird. Even this is the correct answer. That's not one or two oddities. Damn it! A woman like me to fall for this? No, but the biggest question, okay, I know from the start Makoto couldn't have done it, but who had the time to do this unless it's like the mastermind? Alright, I think the investigation should be over soon, so shall we get started? The fifth one. Let's start the 5th class trial. All gather at the courtroom on the 1st floor. Because, like, we're all together. The only one who was unaccounted for with Kinjo, but he's in a vegetative state, so he couldn't have done it. It's finally starting. Let's go. The trial will be concluded, and a decision will be made. There's no choice. I'll do my utmost effort to help as long as I cooperate with you guys. That will be reassuring enough, right? Yeah. So far, I passed the class trial 4 times. Let's trust everyone. It'll definitely work out somehow. Find out the culprit. What's wrong, Teruya? You are here! Teruya, what's wrong? Wait a minute, I have something to show you. What do you mean? We have to go to the courtroom. It's only just a minute. You have to go down to the 1st floor anyways. Let's go to the dormitory for a sad moment. The dormitory? What's going on there? I had to go to the dormitory following Teruya, who looked deathly different from usual. What's going on? What's up? Where Teruya took us was the infirmary? What the fuck? Is it her room? Hey, this is Kurikawa's private room, isn't it? Teruya, why in the world are you... Before the why, how comes first. You can't enter someone else's private room without a key. How did you get into Makoto Kurikawa's private room? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I was trying to stop my room for the last time because I was afraid that might go into trial in advance. That's when I saw Kurikawa's private room was wide open. The door was open? I excused myself in the Kurikawa's room. I came in for a while to find out what was going on. I found something surprising. Come this way. Yeah. Her room was filled with goddamn tombstones and goddamn skeletons. Look at the bottom. What, the chest? The hell's that? This bed. The sheet's missing. Oh. No bed sheet? Only hers. Why only Kurikawa's room? The cloth hanging from the railing of the ballroom. So that was it. It was this bed sheet? What? Yeah, I noticed it too. Kurikawa's bed sheet was torn and tied up together. Wait, but then why was Kurikawa's sheet used? What else could it possibly be? It's because she's the culprit, and this is not so far-fetched. As it has been before, if this is not solid evidence, then what the heck is it? Evidence to be so open like this? It's no longer reasoning or being ignorant. Is it really Hikaru? Hey! What are you guys doing? Didn't the announcement told you to gather at the courtroom? Miss Akane and Kurikawa are waiting for you. We've been away for too long. Seriously, I've seen you do this once or twice before, so you think you can be late now? Originally, just calling for a quick execution. Maeda, Teruya, let's go to the ballroom. We can't avoid a class trial. Okay. It better not be Kinjo, like he like rides it from the trial. It was me, actually! Better not be Kinjo. But I really do think it's Monokuma, or whoever controlling Monokuma, because it's so obviously Kurikawa that it can't be Kurikawa. Now, we finally got everyone together. A little late, but let's get started right away. As always, please take the elevator down. Ah, and as for Reverend, Kinjo-kun's alive, but he's unconscious, so I gave him a special break for this trial. Remember, people will be small, but let's work hard. 5 people, including me. It's necessary to uncover the truth of the case with such a small amount of people. Maeda-kun, what in the world were you doing? What were you doing to be so late? Otori-kun and Rei-chan too. Sorry, I was taking them somewhere. Really? I was so worried. I thought something happened because Makoto-chan doesn't say anything. Well, we're not dead anyways, right? Let's go down. Everyone's ready, right? Ahead of the outcome, this might be the last class trial. Why the last one? Why? Because common sense, there's already 5. Except for Kinjo, I can't see any more hopeless people. But when the trial is over, there will only be 4 people left. The number of people is reduced up to that point. There will be no more murders or trials. Fewer the people, the more difficult it is to act. It does make sense, but that goes for when we pass the trial safely, right? Yes, of the 5 of us, there's a culprit, even for the other to have died so far. It cannot end here. All we need to know. Let's begin then. The final climax event. Is one of the dead students like alive still? Is that it? Who could it possibly still be alive? I'm trying to think. Who didn't suffer that bad of an injury? No one. Maybe the last class trial. Wakaru's last comment. I wasn't sure if it was filled with certainty or overlapped with the number of remaining survivors. It dug deeper into my chest. I'll have to make up my own mind. Overcoming a life-threatening class trial. This school. No, to escape this building. To revive safely and to see my family again. To find out the truth. Oh shit, we should add the laboratory meat. Nice. Oh, nice. Alright. Everyone, final words before the class trial? You have anything to say? Exactly. A culprit. It's already out there. It'll be okay. We won't die here. Dude, I can't do it like voice like consistently, like switching back and forth. It's like I got it for one moment and after it I don't. This case, I don't like it. Whether it's a trick, no evidence, or a culprit. I won't be scared or withdrawn anymore, because we can't end here without knowing anything. The culprit who killed Kasaragi-kun must be identified. Everyone, are you ready? Let's go. Is Mikado gonna give them their secret message in the elevator? It sounds so heavy that crushes that lingers in the elevator. Not only was it the tension that the class trial was about to begin, but it was also due to the insufficient number of people. Ichigo is still alive, but frankly, there's not much hope. No, just being alive is still a hopeful thinking. Kuru said that it's highly likely that this will be the last class trial. I wish it was, but the nature of the class trial, 1 out of 5 people will never be able to come back up this elevator again. Still, we have no other choice but to do it. Maeda-kun, did you say something? Nothing, I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, we have to do it. Since the very first time Maki was murdered, this has been repeated over and over again. We have no choice. There's none. The lawyer stopped with a heavy sound, and we stepped into the class trial for the 5th time, praying for hope to survive. Hey, you're finally here! I thought I was gonna die from exhaustion of waiting. Well, why did the last room, the courtroom, seem to be more and more colorful? Autori-kun, you have eyes to look, I see. This time, I designed with special care. Doesn't it make your eyes glow? Ew. Now, the number of people is small, so why not start early? As always, please go to your selected seats. I like how Yamato just like in the king seat. Even though there are only 5 people here, the fewer the number, the more interesting the case. Will the Black and succeed in escaping this time? Will hope win again? Let's get it started. And so it begins, the 5th class trial, the 5th crossroad of death. Victim of this case, Kisaragi. It's also the Kisaragi family that used to exist, but it exists itself with the number 1 suspect on the campus to be the mastermind. But I was thinking differently about Kisaragi. His brain was weird. He couldn't communicate well, but no matter how you looked at him, he didn't look like a villain. If we had talked a little more, we might have known more about him. To think they would end up like this. And after Kisaragi's appearance, Kurikawa became strange to anyone looking at it. In the end, she emerged as the most likely candidate to be the culprit. Everyone became suspicious of her. Whatever the truth is, even if I don't want to know, soon as we revealed, no, it must be revealed. Our resolve will cross each other, and the other trial shall begin. The life-threatening discussion, the life-threatening lie, the life-threatening betrayal. A life-threatening explanation. God damn, that's really depressing. Wakaru's the only one alive here. A life-threatening excuse. A life-threatening trust. A life-threatening class trial. Like, I'm really interested to see, like, how the murder was set up and who, if there actually is, like, a culprit between any one of the 5 of us. Well, 6 of us if we're calling Kinjo, but I guess we will see in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and I'm so excited to potentially start the last class trial of Danganronpa Another. So, till next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.